Good evening, I'm Michael and you're watching Kini News, the show that brings you today's biggest stories. It has been a week since the movement control order was put in place. I've got some good news and bad news. Bad news, Malaysians will need to put up with it for another 2 weeks. I know it's not easy, but the good news is this could stop the spread of COVID-19 and save many lives. So stay at home. The movement control order has a compliance rate of about 95%, but with the number of COVID-19 cases continuing to rise, the Malaysian government is not taking any chances. Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin has announced an extension of the order aimed at keeping people at home. During a special address broadcasted on national television this afternoon, the Prime Minister said the order will go on for an extra 2 weeks until April 14th.
Sehubungan itu, kerajaan telah memutuskan tempoh perintah kawalan pergerakan akan dilanjutkan sehingga 14 April 2020. Saya memaklumkan pelanjutan tempoh ini lebih awal supaya saudara-saudari lebih bersedia. Anda yang berada di kampung tak perlu bergegas balik ke Kuala Lumpur hujung minggu ini. Duduklah dulu di kampung dan jangan ke mana-mana. Anak-anak yang sepatutnya balik ke asrama, tak perlu balik ke asrama lagi. Tunggu dulu. Pejabat-pejabat yang masih ditutup, tak perlu dibuka sehingga sekarang. Jika ada perkara penting yang nak diuruskan dalam tempoh 2-3 minggu yang akan datang, rancanglah dari sekarang bagaimana nak menguruskannya. Please stay calm and don't panic. Now, even though we have extended the movement control order, you don't have to unnecessarily stock up on food because the supply is sufficient, and I assure you that food is enough for everybody.
Muhyiddin urged the people to stay at home and not make any unnecessary travel.
You follow my instruction. You know that this is good for you, your family, and the people around you. Your awareness and sincerity in abiding by the rules imposed by the government during this movement control period is highly commendable. Thank you.
If you're wondering why the government is extending the movement control order, the answer is simple, because it could get much worse. As of this afternoon, the number of COVID-19 cases in the country climbed to 1,796. Prime Minister Muhyiddin Yassin revealed that 172 new cases were recorded today and warned that the worst is yet to come. He also said that 2 additional deaths were reported, bringing the total death toll to 17.
Saya diberikan taklimat oleh pihak Majlis Keselamatan Negara bahawa peningkatan kes-kes positif COVID-19 ini dijangka meningkat lebih tinggi sekiranya kita tidak melakukan apa-apa. Jumlahnya mungkin meningkat berkali-kali ganda seperti yang berlaku di beberapa buah negara lain. Dari satu segi, perintah kawalan pergerakan yang kita ambil telah sedikit sebanyak berjaya mengawal penularan wabak ini. Namun kita tidak boleh berputus ataupun berpuas hati dengan langkah-langkah yang kita ambil pada masa ini sehinggalah kita berjaya mencatatkan sifar kes baru.
The Prime Minister added that he will be announcing a comprehensive economic stimulus package for the people, which the Finance Ministry is working very hard on as we speak.
Pegawai-pegawai saya di Kementerian Keuangan sedang pun bekerja bertungkus lumus menyediakan satu pakej rancangan ekonomi yang akan memberikan manfaat kepada semua. Sama ada anda ini adalah pemandu taksi, pemandu Grab, petani, pengusaha restoran, penjual nasi lemak, penjual goreng pisang, penjual burger, pekerja harian. Kerajaan akan berusaha sedaya upaya untuk pastikan anda semua beroleh manfaat. InsyaAllah, no one will be left behind.
A few hours after the Prime Minister's special address, there was an update from the Health Ministry on the latest COVID-19 situation.
Sehingga 25 Mac 2020 jam 12 tengah hari, dilaporkan bahawa terdapat 73 anggota kesihatan Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia yang dikesan positif COVID-19. Berdasarkan siasatan, punca jangkitan bagi kesemua anggota kesihatan ini bukan disebabkan oleh pengendalian kes positif COVID-19 di fasilitis Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia. Daripada jumlah tersebut, didapati punca jangkitan bagi 47 kes iaitu 64.4% adalah berkaitan dengan majlis perkahwinan yang juga dihadiri oleh mereka yang menghadiri perhimpunan tabligh.
To ease the financial burden of Malaysians, especially those affected by the coronavirus outbreak, the central bank ordered a 6-month repayment moratorium, but you will have to repay the amount eventually, plus interest. Bank Negara has instructed banks to grant an automatic 6-month moratorium on all loan and financing payments except for credit card balances beginning April 1st. To be applicable, the lender must not be in areas exceeding 90 days as of April 1st, and the loan is denominated in ringgit. In a letter to all banking institutions, Deputy Bank Negara Governor Jessica Chu said the goal of this move is to ease cash flow of SMEs and individuals given the COVID-19 outbreak. The central bank noted that banking institutions are well positioned to do so given the large financial buffers that have been built up over the years. Banks have also been instructed to provide lenders with adequate information on how the suspended loan repayments would be treated during the moratorium period and options for borrowers to resume payments after. Chief said since credit card balances are not included, banks will offer to convert the outstanding balances into a 3-year term loan with reduced interest rates to help borrowers better manage their debt. In an FAQ issued today, the central bank clarified that borrowers need not apply as the process is automatic. The central bank also clarified that the interest will continue to accrue during the deferment period. This could result in a higher subsequent installment amount or an extension of the loan tenure. With the extension of the movement control order, don't expect the police to take a soft approach anymore against people who are still ignoring the order. Inspector General of Police Abdul Hamid Badr said action will be taken against those who fail to comply with the movement control order. He said, quote, "Those who think that they are immune to the virus by hanging out in public or they just want to show that they are gangsters, don't be surprised if the police use handcuffs to bring you to the lockup." He said this on RTM Selamat Pagi Malaysia talk show this morning. Abdul Hamid said the police have apprehended 107 people for disobeying the order since it took effect on March 18th. However, Abdul Hamid noted that the compliance rate among the public in general is at over 90%, while the crime rate has gone down by 70% nationwide. Recently, there have been several videos showing farmers disposing of their produce during the movement control order. We went to the Kuala Lumpur wholesale market to find out why. Restrictions on traffic and market operating hours under the movement control order have affected the supply chain for vegetables and raw food. The Kuala Lumpur wholesale market is one of the markets that is affected by the current situation. With the current conditions, many sellers and delivery truck drivers say they would rather halt their operations. According to Kuala Lumpur Vegetable Wholesalers Association President Wong Keng Fat, around 50% of vegetable stalls have closed after the Kuala Lumpur City Hall mandated that only 2 foreign workers are allowed to work during the market's operating hours. They can only operate from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. They said around 5,000 people would normally work at the market on a regular day, but now less than 1,000 are present since the MCO was imposed. Wong said that some 80% of vegetable stalls rely on foreign labour, so many have closed due to labour shortages. He said about 40% of wet markets in Kuala Lumpur have closed, but the supply of vegetables is still adequate and there is even oversupply. This has resulted in nearly 30% of vegetables being discarded each day at the wholesale market. The closure of markets and the lack of staff at the wholesale markets have also impacted the upstream industry, such as farmers and the transport industry in Cameron Highlands. Video clips on social media showed operators being forced to dispose of their produce. An operator who delivers vegetables from Cameron Highlands said hundreds of tons of vegetables have been dumped due to the closure of markets. Kuala Lumpur Police Chief Mazlan Lazim has urged workers, notably those in the agriculture sector, to be patient during the movement control order. Mazlan explained that the police had no intention to cut the food supply chain and asked business operators to reduce their workforce to reduce the risk of spreading COVID-19. He also urged vegetable sellers to observe social distancing in the market. Coming up next, Tokyo 2020 will end up being Tokyo 2021. The coronavirus has pushed back the Olympic Games. And the US may be the new global epicenter of the coronavirus outbreak. All that and more after this. This next story is brought to you by Blue Air. Many events have been cancelled due to the COVID-19 outbreak, and the Olympic Games are no exception. The Tokyo Olympics have been postponed to 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. It's the first time in the 124-year history of the modern Olympics that the Games haven't taken place as scheduled. The IOC was finally forced to take action after nations began withdrawing participation as the disease continued to spread. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe made the announcement on Tuesday after a phone call with the International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach.
First of all, once again, I confirmed with the IOC's President Bach that there will be no cancellation of the Tokyo Olympics or Paralympics. Furthermore, as the host of the Tokyo Olympics, taking into consideration the current situation for the athletes of the world, for them to be able to compete in the best environment, also for the Games to be one which is safe and worry-free for spectators, I asked if it would be possible to consider postponing the Games for approximately a year.
The sporting calendar for this year has been decimated by the coronavirus, with the Olympics now amongst the biggest casualties. Prime Minister Abe promised that the Olympics and Paralympics will be completed by summer 2021 at the latest. He said when the Games finally take place, they'll serve as proof that the virus is beaten. The Olympic flame, already lit at Olympia in Greece and taken to Japan for a now cancelled torch relay, would stay in the host nation as a symbol of hope. Trump has been referring to COVID-19 as the Chinese virus, but now the US may be the new global epicenter. The World Health Organization said the United States has the potential to become the global epicenter of the coronavirus pandemic, citing a very large acceleration in infections. Confirmed coronavirus cases around the world have exceeded 370,000 across 194 countries and territories as of early Tuesday, according to a Reuters tally, with more than 16,000 of them fatal. In Geneva, WHO spokeswoman Margaret Harris said infections in the United States had largely increased. Over the previous 24 hours, 85% of new cases were in Europe and the United States. The virus had infected more than 44,000 people in the US, with over 500 deaths. Some US state and local officials have decried a lack of coordinated federal action, saying that having localities act on their own has put them in competition for supplies. Hospital cities and states across the US face a shortage of masks, gloves and ventilators as they face a surging number of coronavirus cases. They warn that without help, frontline workers will get sick, patients will die, and healthcare delivery system could collapse. Yesterday, the US lifted a ban on a Malaysian medical glove maker. It had accused of having forced labor amid a surge in demand for personal protective equipment to fight the coronavirus crisis. The US Customs and Border Protection said disposable rubber gloves made by WRP Asia Pacific Sendirian Berhad after March 16, 2020 will be admissible at all US ports of entry. Several small businesses and companies have also voluntarily started production on medical equipment. On Tuesday, Ford started producing face shields at a 3D printing facility, joining GE and 3M in the emergency push for equipment. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. Catch us again tomorrow, same time, same place. I'm Michael. Thank you for watching.